Big Huni with another pretty one. Jack 10 suited.
10 seconds.
Comes to the race of 60,000.
$240.
Time extension.
240.
3-bet coming to 240 for Burke with 7-8 suited. Kind of like this from Burke. If he gets called, he's got pretty well disguised hand that can play in many different ways.
Yeah, Huni's going to call here, and like you said, if this flop comes out and connects with Burke, you know, he's going to have board coverage that Huni might not think that he necessarily would have, 3-betting a hand like 8-7 of spades from the small blind. So could be a little bit of deception there.
Flop comes king, 9, jack, 1 spade. Huni with a pair and a straight draw. Burke with a gut shot and a backdoor straight flush draw. Just calling it how I see it, but definitely an interesting flop to say the least.
Yeah, as the 3-better here, you know, Burke might just want to continue a large portion of his range, and he's going to do so. And now he's got to make a decision.
Huni not shy.
I thought he was about to raise. I was like, wait, what is happening?
Huni not shy making calls. We saw it earlier. 5 of diamonds on the turn now. Double gut shot for Burke. Now, Donnie, with Huni's hands, there's of course some problems here. Burke, 3-bet range from the small one, is going to include a lot of hands that sort of have him in a very bad spot here.
Yes, of course. I mean, with the sizing that Burke came with on the flop, you know, Huni's got too much of a hand to fold. Not good enough of a hand to raise as well, even though he does have that straight draw to go along with his pair of jacks. So I think our call position there is pretty standard. And now this is where it gets really dicey, because I think as evidenced by the fact that we can see this, we have insight into Burke's capability as a player. He can certainly have bluffs here and continue on through with this. He can also have, you know, the ace-kings of the world. He can have aces. He can have all the value hands. You know, he can have sets, etc.
10 seconds.
Look, I mean, Huni's just not backing down. He didn't back down against Winter. He's not backing down here.
This is
tremendous.
Yeah, this is unbelievable stuff from Huni. Knows that he could be in a lot of trouble, but also is going to assume that Burke's going to have some nonsense here from time to time. Is there any thought process towards Huni thinking of turning his hand into a bluff by taking this line?
Well, I think Huni's just going to... He's trying to play this one as a bluff catcher and trying to get it to showdown. Like, if Burke checks, I think Huni's just going to check behind. Obviously, Burke can go all in here on the bluff, and then Huni once again has a big decision that he's made the correct one on every street so far. But if Burke pulls this trigger, I mean... I feel like it's going to be a very, very hard call for Huni. But then again, I don't think the 9 changes much. Like, I don't think Burke has a 9 here that he's just barreling off.
800,000.
And look at that.
Wow.
He does find it.
800,000 announced.
Listen, even if Huni calls, this is great from Burke.
I mean, this is great from both players. What an unbelievable hand. And the action at this final table has just been out of control. The willingness of these players to battle and go multiple streets is just so much fun to watch. And right now, I don't even know what to think.
10 seconds.
I think he's going to call. You know, kind of going back to that thought process he exhibited when he had the queen high flush, where he was like, you know, if I call the turn, I got to call the river in a lot of spots where I don't think the river card really changes things. I don't think that this card changes something.
So the thought process here is that if Burke has a paired 9, he's going to check most turns, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Oh, one
I mean,
more.
he might even check the flop.
Time extension.
So much intrigue here. Big Huni seems to be on.
Wow,
Oh,
he
makes the
calls!
call. One of the calls of the year. Big Huni calls it off with Jack 10, leaving Burke with 65,000 chips. Huni up to 3.6 million. What a hand of poker.